When you start anything new, it's exciting. It can be scary, terrifying. You might be fearful of embarrassment, especially when you're on a video, trying to talk to people like you're right here, right now, and I'm not alone in my studio talking to my webcam. That can be kind of scary. And believe me, it took me a long time to overcome all my weird uh, habits of saying and there's so many things that can go wrong when you do live video. I could do a 5-hour course on that. My background, if you want like the world's shortest bio, born and raised in Santa Barbara, grew up in Salt Lake City, Utah in the 80s, graduated from high school in 85, and then had my son very early on. Boy, I was a father about an hour outside of high school, so boy, I had to grow up extremely fast. Got married for about 3 hours. I was divorced by the fourth hour. So on my honeymoon, we looked at each other and said, I think we were just kidding, right? Okay, you marry someone else, and I'm going to go ahead and get into radio on and off the next 30 some odd years. So anyway, my radio background definitely has helped me get out of my shell and my embarrassment factor. And basically, I always like to make an analogy, and I don't know who taught me this, but I remember one day I just heard someone that said, you know what? Once you get in the media, and that can be on television, it can be radio, or it can be a video. I mean, who knew that YouTube and the internet was going to come around? I didn't see it coming. By 1995, I went, wow. By 1996 to 2000, it was mind-blowing. And then Facebook, forget about it. Now, everybody can have their own TV show, talk show, news show, podcast. It's just mind-blowing. My first podcast was in 2006. I was one of the pioneers of that, way before Adam Carolla, Mark Maron, even Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's even been on my radio show before to promote his new TV show called Talk Radio with Phil Hartman. But anyway, when you hold up a contract and you want to be on video or in front of somebody talking about something, it's basically a contract that says people can make fun of you, like you, hate you, laugh at you, embrace you, want to kiss you, or strangle you. And then all of a sudden you're like, God, I'm worried about my hair. Do I look tired? What do I wear? Do I have a booger? Oh my God, do I look old? And then you add 7,000 other things that people might get a hold of you and help you out with more insecurities or fears. Thank you. Thank you, live video. Thank you, Instagram and social media. I've had several people tell me they have to take a break from social media because it can be overwhelming of just either the negativity, and that can be the news, or you can see other people have lives with family or going on vacation, and it really just it makes you pissed. Your neighbors across the street, they're going to Hawaii, and then you have their Facebook page, and it shows them having a good time. And then you secretly go, God, I hope they drink some water over there and they get diarrhea. Because then when they get back, you want to go get your mail. And then across the street, Lois comes over and goes, God, Hawaii, it was a great time. And you're like, and? Yeah, we had a good time. Yeah, it was the best time of our lives. And you're like, and? Because you saw that she did a live Facebook post about how they all got diarrhea, and for 2 days they had to stay in the hotel and basically crap their pants until they felt better to have fun 4 days out of the 7 they were there. So you're like, good. That diarrhea day, thank God. Now I feel better about myself. So, and how many people have looked up past flings, romances, or that girl or guy that you just wanted to date so bad in high school, and now 40 years later, you're like, ooh, boy, I made a better choice by not marrying that guy or girl. So, anyway, the point of this video is you've got to really have a sense of humor. You've got to lighten up. I mean, for real. If you're going to be kind of shy or have self-doubt, you've got to do your best to overcome that. Even probably your most favorite actor or actress or guitarist, drummer, performer, artist that draws things, photographer, somebody that you really admire. I mean, I realize when they were growing up, they were probably like, I'll just say in America, because I don't know other foreign countries that well, but in America, somebody was in kindergarten and they probably got made fun of clear through 5th or 6th grade. And then they probably had to get some glasses to correct their eyesight, and then they were called four eyes. And then when they grew up, maybe they were overweight, or they were short, or maybe they looked a certain way. And in that type of situation or obstacle might have made them just get up one day and go, you know what? I'm pissed off, and I'm not going to take it anymore. And I forgot what movie's that from. If you're watching my video, can you put it below this video? But do you remember the scene? He's just, I'm pissed off, and I'm not going to take it anymore. I can't remember if it's Network or, but I just remember that scene just going, man, that's a powerful, powerful scene, because I've felt that way about 40 times, not once. I've always felt like I'm trying to catch up to somebody with better opportunities, or maybe they have a different social structure, or obviously wallet, because some people's are, let me tell you, where I was from, I don't know where, I guess I'm now from, my people's from Santa Barbara. And hello, people from Santa Barbara. I grew up down the street from David Cassidy, James Brolin, James's son, he's my age, who's Thanos, who has the bed, what's his name, Josh Brolin. Katy Perry's mom and dad lived in a neighborhood similar to where I did in Santa Barbara. But my peoples, I don't know where I got that from, but my peoples. Do you got peoples too? Did your peoples make fun of you, or did they somehow make you shy, or do you have self-doubt because you've never really tried to just convey people that, you know what, I think that if we all form some type of social bond, that maybe we can live good together and have a great life, live good, live great. Doesn't that sound good? I mean, you can put that on a kitchen wall on a plaque. But when it comes down to support and obstacles, you're going to have to need some support to overcome obstacles. There's a reason why there's railings on stairs, and hopefully there's straps that keep you from falling down mountains, until you see that movie Solo, where they climb El Capitan, which is a straight up vertical wall with just barely little things to grab onto. And people literally climb up this wall a half mile and know that a lot of people have fallen to their deaths. Now that is not a good example, but a railing on a stair is. Or when you fall, you know, your first gesture is to put your arms out. Or if you're next to one of your good buddies and you're falling, they might grab your shoulder or your elbow. Support is very important. Emotional support, most people don't think about out open, because you're kind of embarrassed. You're like, God, I'm having bad thoughts. And I don't mean real extreme thoughts about depression. I just mean self-doubt about your ability to maybe do something. God, I don't know if I can do this. Man, I don't know. I watched a YouTube video and, oh man, everyone's so outgoing on a video, and they got colors and they got a perfect lighting situation, and they probably have producers in the background that make the cameras go left, right, left, up, down. And if you watch videos on how to be interesting on video, it'll take you about a year, and probably you have to go to NBC, CBS, Warner Brothers, go to film school, and then have Steven Spielberg as your mentor on how to be interesting on video. And after a while, you're going to say, I can't do this. I just want to be myself, dress how I want, and maybe hopefully talk how I'd like to, and just say, hey, people, you know what? This is who I am. And I'm shy. I'm doing the best I can to just talk. And if I come off kind of quirky or strange or weird, you know what? Hopefully my peeps are your peeps, because your reality is right now. If you're watching my video this morning, it's May 4th, 2023. I have to look at my computer. I can't remember the days. But as they say today, may the 4th be with you. And on Facebook this morning, I had to put that post. I've done it now for like 10 years in a row, and I'm embarrassed. But every May 4th, I find the post that says, may the 4th be with you. And of course, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Yoda is doing something weird. So anyway, I hope the 4th is with you, and the 5th, and the 10th, and the 30th, and all the other great years that are soon to come. Don't be shy when it comes to seeking support. And if you're still going to be by yourself, you're going to make a decision to just remain by yourself and kind of figure it out. Good. Sometimes there's comfort in that. I don't mean go and spend $1,000 on therapy. Maybe a lot of people watching my video have done therapy, but I think identifying what your weaknesses or shynesses, anything that ends with S's, identify. And if you have to, and I am the king of this, I go through so many pads of paper. I wish I could lift my webcam right now and show you the notes that are on this desk. I got a fairly large piece of desk right in front of me. And I know for a fact, as I sit here looking down, I've got over 30 pages of notes that give me either advice or a suggestion or help with something or maybe an idea. But I love notes. I am not this guy. I'm old school. I don't talk on my phone going, star date, May 4th, 2023, James T. Kirk. Even though this is Star Trek, may the 4th be with you. I just promoted Star Wars and I'm on Star Trek. That was kind of funny. I just made that up and I'm kind of proud of myself. Can you hold on? I made it funny. And this is where the contract says, you know what, Corey, you're a horse's ass, because when you put yourself on video, I have the right now to make fun of you and judge you and call you a horse's ass. And then I signed it. See right there at the bottom. So anyway, don't be afraid to be afraid. Don't be shy of being shy. And if you think it's going to take a year to maybe overcome certain things, then deal with it. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. I watch a lot of video about self-help. Like, I guess one of the most famous for the old school people is like Zig Ziglar. And then in the 80s and 90s, who didn't know Tony Robbins? And now there's a lot of great advice that's out there now. I can't say his name, but is it Dan Graziano? Or you guys know what I'm talking about. If you're watching any social media, you're always going to see somebody that's perky. They've had too much coffee. They showered. They have a perfect aura, and they're full of energy. And I'm that guy in the morning going, yeah, once that camera's off, your kids are crying, your wife's probably yelling at you. Or if it's a lady, her husband's probably pissed off because she spends too much time in front. Yeah, I always think it's such bullshit. You've got to realize this, for real. When you watch videos that are perfectly produced, that are just amazing, remember, once that camera's off, they're just as normal as you and I watching this right now. I do know how to do fancy angles. I do know how to do better lighting. I can make myself look 10 years younger by shaving and doing proper light that gets rid of these enormous amounts of cracks and wrinkles that I have in my face. As far as appearance, one thing that really will get on your mind is, what do I wear? So what I did is I bought a bunch of LiveGood hats, and I have about 500 other ones right below my left leg here underneath my desk. And you'll notice on my videos, I'll make about 4 or 5 throughout the day. I'll have the same shirt on. I'm always going to have the same tattoos and probably the same chain around my neck. Maybe these earrings. I don't know why. I'm a grown-ass man. I still have these. I've had them for 40 years. I think they're welded on now. I don't even know if they come out. They're stainless, but I wash them. In the shower, I go like this. And I'm not kidding you. This earring and this one, I honestly don't think that I have removed them, and I'm not kidding you, in 20 years. They still look brand new, and I forget I even have them until I do a video like this. I even forget I have tattoos until I look and go, oh my God, because they're fading. If you saw me 20, 30 years ago, all these were filled in. These were bright red, and now all the red is gone. I mean, they're like, dude, when are you going to recolor your tattoos? And I want to, but I never do. I forget about it because I'm too busy making videos like this. The little things, I don't sweat as much anymore. Stress can make you stronger. I honestly believe that. I was listening to a guy. I bought his courses, and I do agree with him. Stress and identifying it and tackling it on can be a positive thing. And I know that sounds weird. And what I mean by that is, and he made an excellent point. If you're stressing about your mortgage or rent, I still think it's better than not having a place to live at all, where you're sleeping in your front or back seat of a car. You might have a car payment and insurance and gas for that, and repairs like I do. I now have to fix the air conditioning of one of my trucks. My little race car got hit in the back bumper, and I was pissed at that. It's taken 2 months to get an appointment. I was driving it the other day, and the alternator went out. So now this weekend, I've got to spend $1,000 to remove the whole front of my car to replace a little damn alternator that looks the size of a cup of coffee. But then I always realize I'm stressing about something that I should be thankful for, because a lot of people don't have a mortgage or rent, or maybe even a buddy's couch that they can give maybe $300 a month to use to sleep and to shower in the shower, and a car to drive with a license plate on the back. After this video, I'm going to go visit my friend Val, and I got to pay for a bunch of stickers for stupid stuff that's in warehouses that I don't even use mostly. And I stress about that a little bit, but it's my own fault, and I enjoy vehicles, but I am thankful that I do have them. The stress is it self-caused, self-inflicted? Is that the best word? But if you do have a lot of stress, identify it, and somehow you're going to probably be thankful that you do have it. Especially if you're healthy. You might be a little tired, maybe cranky. Maybe you get up and you have to stretch a little bit, but I really do value my stress now, because I look at it and go, I am thankful that I do every 30 days have to pay a mortgage. I am thankful that I do have to pay repairs for my cars and put gas in it. You know, gas here in Utah is now $4.25 a gallon again. I still have no idea why. It pisses me off. I honestly believe gas should be $3 a gallon in America, and I know it's way more in Europe. My European friends go, it's $2 American a liter. I times that by 4, they're paying $8 a gallon. No wonder everybody has tiny cars. I even have the little car that I have to fix this weekend is a Mini Cooper. It gets almost 30 to the gallon, has a supercharger, and hauls ass with a 6-speed manual and a sunroof. I love that little bastard. And I am thankful that I got a speeding ticket in it 3 weeks ago. Okay, I'm faking. I'm lying. I'm blatantly effing pissed. If I could, now I want to redo my video and go, look, everything you're stressed about, turn it into a positive. But when I got a speeding ticket the other day, believe me, I'm pissed off. I couldn't get out of it. I got 45 and a 40. And since I have a commercial driver's license, it doesn't come off your record. So besides all the horse shit that I just said the first part of the video, this part I might have to edit out. I'm effing pissed about that speeding ticket. But I'm thankful that I have a car repair this weekend on my damn Mini Cooper. Now I'm pissed off. Now I just want to redo my video and go, you know what? What do you guys do for stress? Is it Xanax? Is it yoga? Do you just go kumbaya and go sit in a closet in the dark and cry? You know what? Let's just all turn out the lights and go cry. I'm sick and tired of trying to do positive things. Sense of humor. That is my last point. You got to have a sense of humor. You really do. You can totally jump off a bridge 40 times a day, not once, 40 times a day, if you just listen to the radio or news. 50 times a day if you listen to TV news, okay? I don't know where you live. You could be in South Africa, Fiji, Philippines, or maybe up the street in Idaho. But I just think that if you're watching my video on YouTube, at least you got a cell phone bill. You probably have a house or an apartment or something that you rent where you have electricity that you can watch this darn video. So we do have an advantage. I know that is stressful to have bills. Most of us do. Most of us are not lucky enough to have an abundance of just tons of extra money where we worry about just making a difference in someone or something's life. But most of us, it's like, God dang, I got to go ahead and make money today because in 30 days, all my bills come to $3,100. And guess what? At the end of 30 days, you make $3,013. That's after taxes. So a lot of people, they work all month to lose 100. Then all of a sudden you have credit card debt and a lot of other things that are self-inflicted stress. But I do agree with my buddy. Some stress is good. It can make you stronger. I definitely agree with that. And if you're kind of shy and you have obstacles about doing LiveGood either on camera or posting, because all I can think of is that you're worried about your image. I don't know. I wish each person watching this video, they could go live on a Zoom call and identify what they're really worried about. Is it their mothers or fathers and they're worried what their kids will think of them? Is it their neighbor across the street? Is it at work you have to look a certain way like a professional, like in a suit and tie, like a lawyer, let's say, and when you get home, you just want to wear a tank top, you grew up on the beach, you want to get in the backyard and just barbecue and have an ice cold whatever. I know image sometimes is extremely important if you're a news broadcaster or an attorney, but I get it. But at the end of the day, just be yourself. I think that's going to go a long way if you're going to promote anything online, either LiveGood or something else. Because if you keep watching video like I have, I've bought thousands of dollars of product and video on how to be interesting. And that can be via video, via email, via AI software. Because if something is interesting, people will probably click it. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. The internet is you clicking, seeking. Clicking, seeking, found, not found yet. Click, seek, almost found. Click, sync, found. Consume, next. All right? Our lives are very, very, it used to be about clicks in high school. Holy shit, man. Can you believe how our lives literally revolve around clicks, probably at least half the day? Some people say, nah, I'm not into that. And I'm like, okay, well, you're lucky, I'll tell you. But boy, I'll tell you, most people, they do enjoy the internet. Not that it's a bad thing. I think it's awesome. But it can be negative as well. So anyway, be yourself. Just do you. Be yourself. If you don't have the best lighting and all these fast, they say that the best videos are like 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Close. This. You've got to have movement. You've got to prove a point. You've got to do this. You've got to watch Mr. Beast mixed with all these other great video guys like Logan Paul. And I've watched them all, and they do. I see what they do. They do have fast takes. Their average screen time is like 4 seconds, 3 seconds. They've got reds, blues. They've got the most, remember that show Miami Vice? I notice a lot of the cool videos have just like the blue, like my hat, the greens, the pinks. They do look cool. And I probably should do that, but I haven't yet. Maybe I will down the road. But I want to just get in the habit of being myself on camera. And if you guys think you know me, that's awesome, because that, at the end of the day, is my goal. If you literally were in Salt Lake City, or if I was in your town and we hooked up just to say hello, have a breakfast, maybe there was a LiveGood, convention, and we all went just to kind of hang out, just 20 of us, not 10,000. I think those are a waste of time and money, although it's good for the company and support. But I think it's better just to hang out with 10 or 20 people to get to know each other, like in a hotel room on couches and discuss things, versus a 10,000 seat arena. But I don't even think you need that now. With the power of Zoom and just sitting here, comfortable, drinking my coffee, talking to you fine folks. I think that's plenty of support for me. So anyway, if you want to join LiveGood, if you want to be in the group that I have, all I can tell you is, if you need some help, let me know. I do have enough time to where I can at least take your email messages, or however you get a hold of me. I will probably just send you links to what you need. How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you set up this? Because I've probably already made a video of by far the most popular things that someone should do when they first join LiveGood. Even if you're a seasoned pro, it's still kind of fun to help somebody just climb aboard and get to the business part as fast as possible. A domain name, do this, do that, how to post, what should I post, what's the comp plan. There's a lot of things that everybody should know. But learn as you go. Don't get addicted to learning. Don't sit there for a month and then finally figure things out to where you're nervous to take another month to make a video or to post on TikTok or social media. Don't do that. Fail while doing. Be embarrassed while doing. Get a booger and pick it out like this on camera. while filming. Believe me, after a while, you're going to realize that at the end of the day, most people do not give a rat's ass, and you shouldn't either. People are just seeking a better life, more money, more comfort, more support, more love, more friendship, being accepted, uh, not being lonely. I mean, there's so many things that are on people's minds that they are worried about themselves and not you. And even if people make fun of you, they don't really mean it. I still think at the end of the day, most people that kind of badmouth and make fun of, they really don't mean it. It just gives them something to do. At the end of the day, if they were face to face with those people that they're making fun of, they would probably, after 10 minutes, go, I don't know what the hell we're even fighting about. Let's just go to Denny's and have a rubber breakfast or whatever. I think there's real food at Denny's. So, oh, maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, that's enough video. Thanks for watching. And joincorey.com. That's probably the link I'll put underneath this video. How about that? All right. I got my coffee, man. It's going to go right in here, right where my vitamins are. I got my Factor 4 from LiveGood. I'm a promotion machine, even at the end of my video. Live good, feel good. Man, I'm out of control on this promotion shit. All right, you guys have a good one. We'll see you next video. It's coming up right after this one.